Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see from the title below, I will be tier ranking my 5-star reads. I've never done a tier ranking video before, and I also have never really talked about the books that I count as 5 stars, so I thought it would be fun to do this video. I only started reading last year, and I read a lot when I was young, but I didn't want to include those books because I feel like the books that I used to really like when I was young does not apply to the me now. But I will include a few books that I feel like now is still prevalent as a 5-star read for me. So that is the premise for today. I have my laptop with me. I don't have a lot of 5-star reads, so I thought it would be fitting to do this video now as compared to later when I end up having way too many 5-star books. I'm going to record my screen now, and I don't remember how to do it. So I'm gonna research that real quick. Hopefully I am recording the screen. Hopefully this is gonna appear. I'm gonna be so embarrassed if I end up not recording the screen because this is my first time recording a screen on my laptop. These are my 5-star reads, as you guys can see. I also include a few books that I read either last month or a few days ago. Some are new reads, some are books that I read last year, some are books that I read when I was young, but I reread them and it still is a favorite of mine, so I include that in this pile as well. We're gonna start from the top to the bottom. It's in no specific order. I gotta explain my tier ranks. So the rank goes from I'm so in love that I might stop breathing to I can't dare to dream about you anymore. These are Taylor Swift lyrics. I just researched online to see what would fit with the tiers, so don't come at me if they sound weird, and I feel like they fit. So first top tier is I'm so in love that I might stop breathing. Second one is You Are the Best Thing That's Ever Been Mine, and I love this song, by the way. And then the third one is And Though I Can't Recall Your Face, I Still Got Love For You. This is for books that I don't really remember the plot, but I just remember really liking it. The fourth one is Isn't Love, It Isn't Hate, It's Just Indifference. So I am pretty meh about it now. When I think about it again, I'm pretty indifferent to it. And the last one is I Can't Dare to Dream About You Anymore. I just don't want to think about this book anymore. I don't think it fits a 5-star rating, to be exact. The first one is Blind Side by Candy Steiner. This is the second book in the Red Zone Rivals series. I forgot his position in the football field, but this is about a fake dating trope following Clay Johnson and the female main character Gianna. So Clay needed someone to help make his girlfriend jealous. Gianna also needed someone to help boost her popularity because she wanted to also get this other guy to like her. And Gianna's also a PR of the football team, I think, if I'm not wrong. First of all, I really like this book. I like the storytelling. I felt like the characters really had depth and a connection to each other. It is not like the best when it comes to plot. Obviously, like, it's fake dating and it's the most basic plot you can get, but I just really enjoyed it, so I'm gonna put You Are the Best Thing That's Ever Been Mine because honestly I enjoyed this book so much, so don't come at me. I truly love this. The second one we have is Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is the first book in the Chestnut Springs series. It's been very hyped in the book community. This is about Rhett Eden. He's a bull rider and his reputation is not so great. His image in the media is not so great. He's losing his sponsorships, and comes in Summer, who is the daughter of his agent, and Summer comes in with the job to babysit him because he is going out of control. The slow burn was amazing. I also don't really read anything cowboy related, but I really enjoyed this one. I was smiling the whole time I was reading this. I just felt like I had the butterflies throughout this book, so I am going to give Flawless You Are the Best Thing That's Ever Been Mine. I don't think it's to the point where I'm so in love that I might stop breathing. I really liked Elsie Silver's writing, and I also really enjoyed the chemistry between Rhett and Summer, so it's still top tier but not the highest tier. The second book, however, Heartless by Elsie Silver. This one is about Cade Eden. This is the older brother of Rhett, and the female main character is Willow, who is Summer's best friend. Cade has a kid called Luke and he needed a nanny. Summer then recommended Willow, so that was how they met and got together. What I really liked about this book was actually Luke's involvement into their relationship. Sometimes I feel like kids in relationships are not done well, but in this book it was done so good. And Cade and Willow's relationship together was also really cute. I loved Cade and like his growth as a character, his love for Luke, and his love for Willow at the end was also so good. This is also slow burn and I really enjoyed it, so I am putting this in I'm so in love that I might stop breathing, because honestly I will most likely reread this very soon. I really enjoyed this whole story. The writing, once again, impeccable. I love Elsie Silver's writing. And yeah, that's Heartless by Elsie Silver. And then I have Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare here. I don't even need to talk about this book. I'm so in love that I might stop breathing, because 10 years ago my whole life was about the Mortal Instruments series and the Infernal Devices series. So to me, the Shadowhunters really shaped my adolescent years, and so reading Chain of Gold again when I'm older this time, it's just a throwback and it made me reminisce the times when I really loved reading when I was young. And Chain of Gold, also the storyline and obviously her writing, Cassandra Clare's writing, I still absolutely enjoyed. The world I absolutely enjoyed. The pining, the pain, the emotions I felt while I was reading Chain of Gold was honestly crazy. It deserves top tier, honestly. It deserves top tier. So we're gonna put that in I'm so in love that I might stop breathing. The next one I have here is The Serpent and the Wings of the Night by Carissa Broadbent. This is a pretty recent read. I freaking love this book so much. I don't even know where to start, because honestly this book was so unique and different. It is about vampires and the main female character is called Oraya. She is a human surrounded by vampires. She is an adopted daughter of the vampire king called Vincent, and one day she joins this competition called the Kajari, and in that competition she meets this guy called Rain, and they make an alliance to survive and win this competition. In this contest, the winner is the only survivor, and so the stakes are really high. When you're reading this, all you want is just to know what's gonna happen. The slow burn in here was absolutely insane. The politics in regards to the vampires and the humans and everything, it was so good, and I felt like the pacing was done really well. Sometimes with fantasy books you get bored because the pacing might be quite whack, but this one just kept me on my toes the whole time I was reading it. I absolutely enjoyed this book. So I'm so in love that I might stop breathing, because I really did love this book. I loved it so much that I went to buy the paperback because this was available on Kindle Unlimited, and I'm not the type of person to buy books if it's available on KU since I read it already, but this one made me buy the paperback, so I really enjoyed it. A Photo Finish by Elsie Silver, another recent read. However, even though I did rate this 5 stars, I wouldn't say that it is like a lot better than Flawless by Elsie Silver. Writing wise, it's definitely not as good, but I still really enjoyed this book because this book is about Violet Eden, who is the youngest sister of the Eden brothers. In this book, she meets Cole, who is the brother of the owner of the Gold Rush Ranch, and apparently Violet and Cole had a past. They met a few years ago, something happened, and so it's something like second chance romance. This is also the second book in a series called the Gold Rush Ranch series. This was released earlier than the Chestnut Springs series, so the writing I can say has definitely improved now. Like Elsie Silver's writing has definitely improved, but I still enjoyed it, so we're gonna put it at. And though I can't recall your face, I still got love for you because I still had fun reading it. And then we have the Inheritance Games trilogy. I rated every single book 5 stars because I truly did enjoy this. I also was very surprised that I had fun reading it because I'm not so into mystery and I'm not so into YA mystery. I would put the Inheritance Games, the first book, as at I'm so in love that I might stop breathing. Actually, no, I'm gonna put the Inheritance Games at You're the Best Things Ever Been Mine because, to be frank, I enjoyed this book way too much when I was reading it. This is also about this girl called Avery Grams, and she is just a normal regular person, but one day she was approached by a lawyer, and that lawyer told her that she was to inherit billions of dollars from this very rich guy. I forgot his name. Tobias Hawthorne. She was brought to the Hawthorne house, and it was explained to her that she was to live in the house for a year in order to win her inheritance, and she gets to know the 4 Hawthorne brothers, who I absolutely enjoyed so much, and the story goes from there. You get to understand why she is the chosen one and why Tobias Hawthorne did not give his inheritance to his kin, and it was just a very exciting read. Super fun, super quick, very short chapters. Writing was super easy to understand, so I did enjoy this. But I have to say the Hawthorne Legacy was definitely top tier, because this one was when my ship sailed. It's like a semi-love triangle, but I enjoyed it so much. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna put the Hawthorne Legacy. However, the Final Gambit, I am going to put, and though I can't recall your phrase, I still got love for you. Or maybe it isn't love, it isn't hate, it's just indifference. Because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember much about this book, and I don't even know how it ended. I feel like compared to the first two books, this one fell flat. I still gave it 5 stars because in general, this series was amazing. So I'm still giving it 5 stars, but yeah, indifferent to the last book. I have Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare. This is the second book to Chain of Gold. And I want to put this book at You Are the Best Things Ever Been Mine. In this trilogy, Chain of Gold wins top tier, but Chain of Iron was still really, really good. I just felt too much frustration and pain in this book, so I'm putting it below Chain of Gold. But for Chain of Thorns, which is the last book, I am putting this at It Isn't Love, It Isn't Hate, It's Just Indifference, because this book tore my heart into pieces. But it also fell flat in a sense where the ending wasn't it for me. I have a whole reading vlog for Chain of Thorns, by the way. I'm not going to talk too much about this book because there is a whole 15-minute vlog of this book, of me reading this book, so you guys can check that out. I felt like there are some things about this book that could have been done better, so that's where I'm putting it. I have Clockwork Princess. Let me find Clockwork Angel because it's the first book in the Infernal Devices series. So Clockwork Angel, I am putting this at I Am So In Love That I Might Stop Breathing. This is the best love triangle book you'll ever read, and I have never loved two male main characters so much, because I usually, when it's a love triangle, I usually have a choice. But for this one, I wanted both. I wanted both Will and Jem. I thought they both deserved everything. And then we have Clockwork Princess. I did not rate Clockwork Prince 5 stars. I felt like that book gave me way too much pain, so that was not 5 stars. But Clockwork Princess gave me, I have to put this in I'm So In Love That I Might Stop Breathing too, because it gave me the biggest reading slump. I also cried buckets of tears reading this book. Thinking about that book is making me tear up. I'm not gonna talk too much about it. I'm getting emotional because I love this book so much. The next book we have is Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. And I want to put this at, and though I can't recall your face, I still got love for you, because I have to be frank, I don't remember what happened. I know the main male character is called David. I might even get that wrong. And the girl's Grace. I think I'm wrong. I also cannot find their names in the Goodreads synopsis, so we're not even gonna try. When I was reading this book, I rooted for the couple so much and I wanted to see them together. This is also a second chance romance book, by the way, and I just wanted them to get together. I really liked their banter. I thought they were so cute with each other. I just thought that the reasoning as to why they broke up was slightly annoying, because it was miscommunication at the best, but I still loved it. I think out of all the second chance romance books, I really liked this one the most. So, and then we have Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren, which is another second chance romance book, and this one is very, very popular, of course. And when I read it, I also rated this 5 stars after much thought. And I don't want people to come at me at this because I know this book is like hugely loved, but I'm gonna put this at I Can't Dare to Dream About You Anymore. I don't hate this book. I'm still gonna keep my rating at 5 stars. I put this here because of the conflict as to why they broke up. It was a very uncomfortable conflict. I just looked past it when I was reading it, but when I thought about it again, I didn't enjoy that. I wished it wasn't because of that, and that's why I'm putting it at the last tier. Next we have Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. I'm So In Love That I Might Stop Breathing. I don't know why not a lot of people talk about this book, because it is so good. This is about Elizabeth. She lives in this place called the Great Library, and this is a fantasy, by the way. There's one great library located in every single city, and she lives in one of these great libraries. She was actually raised in a great library. She was an orphan that was adopted by a person who lived in the Great Library. And in these libraries, there are books called grimoires. They are magical books, and these books, they are classified from class 1 to class 8. Class 1 being very docile and dormant, and class 8 being evil and dangerous. And these grimoires, when they are triggered, they can turn into monsters of ink. And the story just follows the journey of Elizabeth as she accidentally got caught in a scandal of which a class 8 grimoire exploded and got triggered. She then enlists the help of a sorcerer called Nathaniel Thorne, and from there you get to see their journey together. This made me sob, laugh, cry, smile, everything. This made me feel so many things. And there's this one character in here called Silas, and he's my favorite character and he deserves the world. Next is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas. This is a part of the ACOTAR series, the second book. Y'all know what this is. I will not put this in I'm So In Love That I Might Stop Breathing. I'm gonna put this in You Are the Best Thing That's Ever Been Mine. One thing I have a problem with SJM books is that I don't really like her smut. Her spice is not as good as a lot of the other books that I've read. That's why it's not an I'm So In Love That I Might Stop Breathing. After reading Throne of Glass, because I'm currently reading the Throne of Glass series, I definitely enjoy Throne of Glass more. That's why I'm putting A Court of Mist and Fury at You Are the Best Thing That's Ever Been Mine. And then we have ACOWAR, which is A Court of Wraith and Ruin. This is the third book, and I did rate only these two 5 stars. Also really enjoyed this, so we're gonna put that in the same tier. The next one I have is Beach Read by Emily Henry. I also will put this at You Are the Best Thing That's Ever Been Mine. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I loved Gus, I loved January, I loved the banter, I loved Emily Henry's writing. I don't even have to say anything else. I'm currently reading Book Lovers, which is right here. And I truly enjoyed her writing, her banter, the growth of these characters, the family background, her emotions as to what is going on with her life. So I really enjoyed Beach Read. This really made me open up my eyes to Emily Henry's writing, because I read People We Meet on Vacation first and I didn't really enjoy that one. So Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, also really freaking loved this book. It's an age gap romance, an older woman, younger man. It is about a woman, what's her name? I'm very bad with names. It is about Alexis. She is a doctor in this very well-known hospital. Apparently her parents own this hospital, and she's set to take over her parents' position. And one day she gets stuck in this small town. She meets Garrett in this small town. They have a little fling, and from there we start to kind of see Alexis for what she is, because she don't really actually want to take over her parents' hospital. She don't really even want to work in a hospital, all of that kind of stuff. You learn a lot of things in here. I also feel like I'm gonna put this at You're the Best Thing That's Ever Been Mine, because I feel like I clicked and connected with Alexis' character very well. I feel her. I truly think that her concerns are realistic, because I also have those kind of concerns. So I'm gonna put this at You're the Best Thing That's Ever Been Mine. It's not top tier because it just doesn't feel like a top tier book, but it's still very good. Mysteries of Thorn Manor by Margaret Rogerson. I just finished reading this book. I think it's somewhere here. I'm so in love that I might stop reading. And this might probably even be better than Sorcery of Thorns, because it's basically a fan service book. And I love this book. I don't care if it's fan service book. It just follows the main 3 characters of Sorcery of Thorns, and I just really freaking enjoyed this book so much. Okay, next we have The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. I'm gonna put this first. You'll understand why I put this book first instead of Throne of Glass. The Queen of Nothing, I rated 5 stars, and I am putting this at You're the Best Thing That's Ever Been Mine. In this Wolf of the Air trilogy, The Cruel Prince and the Wicked King, I rated 4 stars. This book, The Queen of Nothing, was the only one I rated 5 stars. I loved this book. Maybe it's because like everything else with the politics and the plot has been finalized, and what you need to do in The Queen of Nothing is just to see everything play out. And it was so fun to see everything play out, and I think that's why I really enjoyed this book. And also the romance in here was amazing. I also really liked Jude and Cardan at the end. I didn't really like Cardan in The Cruel Prince. I didn't really like Jude in The Wicked King. So The Queen of Nothing just felt like such a good ending book, and it solidified the 5-star rating for me. But it's not top tier because it just didn't give me the feeling. But it's still a 5 stars. It's still a 5 freaking star. We're almost done with this video. We're gonna do Illuminae by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman next. We're going to put Throne of Glass at the end for a very good reason. And for this book, I remembered really enjoying this book when I was young, and that's why I'm putting this here, because I feel like I don't read a lot of sci-fi books, but for this book I just really loved it so much. I love the way they storytell, because it was not in like narrative writing. They used a lot of graphics such as emails, those computer science things. I don't really know how to explain them, but they use a lot of really cool graphics, and so I really enjoyed the reading experience. But I don't remember anything about it, and I don't remember if I really enjoyed this or not. I just remember it was a really fun read, and so I'm going to put this at it is in love, it is in hate, it's just indifference. But I'm hoping to get into this again and reread it, and hopefully maybe find my love back for this book. And then we have come down to the last two books, and that's Throne of Glass and A Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas. This is the first and second book in the Throne of Glass series, and I just read these books. I want to include them because I have found such immense love for the series that I have to include them. I did rate Throne of Glass 4.5 stars, so this is like an honorary mention, which is why I'm putting this at the end. I think this series is going to be five brilliant stars. I have not read the rest of the books yet. I just know deep in my heart it's going to be 5 brilliant stars, and I know deep in my heart the third book is going to be 5 brilliant stars. I just have yet to finish reading the third book, so I can't really give a full rating yet, which is why I only have the first two books. Throne of Glass probably will be I'm So in Love That I Might Stop Breathing. The whole series together, by the way, is going to be top tier. I just like thinking about it right now. Honestly, it's making me so... Honestly, just thinking about this right now, just thinking about the series right now is making me want to go back to reading the book right now. So I know this series is going to take my heart, break it into pieces, put it back together, and I'm going to die happy. If you guys don't know what Throne of Glass is, you're living under a freaking rock. It's about this assassin called Selena. She is a very famous assassin in this high fantasy world, and she got enslaved into this salt mine slavery camp in Endovier, and one day crown prince of their country called Adarlan comes to offer her a way out of this slavery camp, and it is to join this competition to become the king's champion, aka to become king's killer in a sense. That's how the Throne of Glass starts, but the whole story is just way deeper than what I just said just now. There's so many characters, you get so many depth in all of these stories. The plot is amazing. I don't know how Sarah J Maas thinks about these plots. They're really good. But the Throne of Glass on its own, honestly, is 4.5, but I still really enjoyed it. So we're putting these two at I'm So in Love That I Might Stop Breathing, because they deserve the love. We've come to the end of this tier ranking video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of these books and the explanations and as to why I enjoyed them, all of that stuff. Let me know your 5-star reads and comment down below. I would love to check them out if I have not. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Watch out for a reading vlog of The Crown of Midnight and Airfire, because that's coming up very soon. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!